Hello again. I continue to say something about the initial assessment. In this series of slides, I want to talk about the instrument itself with a very brief description that's accompanied by an 8-page handout. So, what is the instrument? Well, we begin with a title slide with welcome. And the purpose of this is to establish some gentle one to one rapport with the individual learner. Then the word welcome again, perhaps asking those who already seem capable and confident to spell the word and indeed identify the colours. Then some practice of numbers with, for example, 3 and 15 is 18, or 3 plus 15 equals 18. Listen in particular to the pronunciation of the word 15 rather than 15, or 18 rather than 80. Then reading telephone numbers, either the raw numbers or indeed asking people to give their telephone number or asking you what your telephone number is. Then letters of the alphabet. Ask the learner to just recite the alphabet, and when they get to this stage of the alphabet with capital letters, ask some stronger learners for names of countries or perhaps makes of car beginning with different letters. For example, M, Mercedes, Mazda. P could be Poland, Peru, Pakistan. Getting them to simply read the names of the 6 countries here, and then spelling some of the countries, perhaps Indonesia. Then rhyming off the days of the week, asking them again to spell one of them. Then colours, what colour is it? And getting them to spell perhaps white to check on letters. Then similar process for months, but identifying what are the green months or what are the red months, and perhaps when is your birthday. Then we move to 3 pictures. It could be as simple as what colour is the bus, but also where's it going, what's its number. Then what is it? It's a burger, but what's it made of? And using colours or uh, to identify the elements, for example, red tomatoes, yellow cheese, and with the stronger ones asking what their food preference are. Do they like burgers? Do they like pizza? Other things they like. Then using quite quirky pictures. What can they see? What's it doing? Where's the cow going? What color is it? Things like that. Then we move to things that may be challenging for some of the weaker or lower level learners. If necessary, perhaps even terminate the test at this stage if learners are having difficulty with some of the first dozen slides. These ones that follow are a bit more challenging. So, what's his name? What's his job? What's his telephone number? And reading an email address. Also, asking learners perhaps what their job was before they came here, what their telephone number is, what their email address is, if they have one. You could also ask, what does he look like? What's he wearing? Then Notices and signage. This is for a shopping centre. Where is it? What time is it open? How many shops are there? Things like that. Then the time with simple clocks like what time is it? 4 o'clock, a quarter past 7, and perhaps more challenging, 25 past 12. This will be important when learners are talking about appointments and being able to use the language of the clock and time. Then a slide to ask learners to talk about differences and perhaps elicit the grammar that goes with sentences with there is and there are. For example, in picture 2, there is a brown clock on the wall. In picture 1, there are 2 apples and a cup of coffee on the table, things like that. Then can and can't. For example, sentences like I can ride a bicycle, I can play the guitar, I can fix a flat tire on a car. But then ask the learners what they can do, perhaps languages they can speak, uh, information about other abilities that they have. Then a few exercises to practice odd one out, and not just what's the odd one out, but why. In other words, Belfast is a city, the others are days of the week. Car is transport, the others are things that you can drink. Finally, a slide where you're trying to elicit from the most confident learners 3 days of the week, but then 3 cities. It could be 3 cities in the world, or it could be 3 cities in Europe, or 3 cities in Ireland. And finally, 3 things to eat with rice. That's the last of this set of slides, but does provide an opportunity for learners to read another email address and telephone number. Thank you. End of the second set. I look forward to seeing you for the guidance on delivery in the next set in a few minutes.